Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2011 action sequel film Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, hour 30-something long. Nicolas Cage is back as Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. But then you have the character of Mephisto, the devil is now named Rourke, for reasons unknown. You have then his 13-year-old demi-son, as in half human, half devil, Danny. And then you have Moreau, who's played by Idris Elba. This is a horrible sequel film because the end of the first film was wonderful. You had him, he's going to say, I'm going to own my curse, so nobody else can touch this. And then the beginning of this is like, I got to get rid of my curse. I'm like, huh? So, no. No mention of Roxanne. The writing in this was just so god-awful. No wonder it didn't do well with critics and audience alike because it's just so rudimentary. It feels like a student project. It does not feel like a big budget Hollywood film. So many awkward ends of conversations, so many weird screenshots of like the camera just like stops at the brow of everybody. Like put the human in full focus. Like what's the point of this? It was just so weird to watch. You then have Johnny's character in Romania. He's trying to defeat some baddies, as he always does. But then, like, he comes across Nadia and her son, her half-human son, Danny, and the premise is to have Danny prepped for the Spirit of Vengeance for Rourke to then possess Rourke's full entity powers to possess then Danny because he's the younger vessel, so he can then live longer. Sure, even though it's about, demons in hell, but sure, if that's what makes sense, sure, that's what makes sense. We get some more backstory on the flame elemental demon that is possessing Johnny Storm, that he can actually be exorcised. So he is then exorcised out. Johnny is then Johnny by himself, but then he realizes in order to save Danny, he needs the elemental back. So he gets the elemental back by Danny having the full devil power, re-cursing him, if you will. What I hated about this film specifically is that if this is a sequel film, why did we get flashbacks of a retcon version of Johnny signing his soul to the devil? We already saw that happen. He inadvertently opened the scroll pricked his thumb, and then he dripped on the signature. Mephisto said, okay, that's fine, that's all I need, we're good to go. In this, we get flashbacks of actual Nicolas Cage, not 17-year-old Johnny Storm, actual adult Nicolas Cage, cutting his hand on glass, splattering it on the thing, with Rourke then being the devil. And I was like, that's not what we were shown for the first film. So how is this a sequel film if you're literally retconning the origins of how he signed his soul to the devil? Makes no sense. It's not even a multiverse film because it's pitched as a sequel, and you have Nicolas Cage back as Johnny Blaze. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's very frustrating to watch. It's very aggravating to watch. Ghost Rider having his chain and then sending Rourke back to hell. Fine. It's a fine ending. But it just was so painful to get there. And I don't understand why so much was changed of the first film when we get the second film. I don't know. It's a bad film. I know that there's other Ghost Riders after Johnny Blaze, and the one that was introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I forget his name, but he was supposed to have a TV series on Hulu back in 2020, but that never happened. So we'll see if we ever get another Ghost Rider iteration. Maybe, perhaps some will pop up in the multiverse. It's possible. Never say never within regards to the multiverse. Nick Cage can come back as Johnny Blaze. Hopefully, movie 1 Johnny Blaze, not movie 2 Johnny Blaze. But we'll see. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, bad film. On to the next review. Mahalo.